We'll give him a minute to get his stuff together.
All right, welcome to Jack Dotson's Racing Insider News, Valentine's Day edition. I want to wish my wife Valentine's Day. I know she's probably not watching.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You said wish her Valentine's Day. Everybody has Valentine's. I want to wish my wife's here with us. So when I wish my wife happy Valentine's Day.
Because I wonder, I'm like, how these guys get away with that? They must be very understanding.
Let me tell you something. I got one better than that.
Uh-oh.
We had an anniversary breakfast on Pit Road at Rockingham a few years ago.
It's got to go.
It was one of the best Valentine's Day. Oh no, best anniversary.
Anniversary at Rockingham.
On Pit Road.
Eating
breakfast on Pit Road. I was on the pit wall.
How did you? I mean, I knew you knew some people, but what kind of strings did you?
There was a race going on down there that day.
I'm saying, they were Pit Road and all that.
Nothing special. We went and got the biscuits and parties and took them to the racetrack.
It was a thought.
That's right.
Sacrifices I made.
I know. Yeah.
All right, gotta welcome our Jack Dotson's Racing Insider News presented by Gen X Motorsports. I thought it was Gen X Racing.
And that's Motorsports.
Oh, good thing I didn't screw that up. We got to thank GAC, Great American Company, Papa John's for our Valentine's Day dinner here.
Yes.
Thank God for Jack. They showed up tonight. Factory Canopies, Fluid Logic. I think VA 811, call before you dig. Slinger Speed. If you need some merchandise done, Gen X. They are a driver development and a race rental motorsport program.
And we'll work on your race cars and get them set up for you.
Black Acid Racing Apparel. Say that right? Doesn't sound right. MPM Marketing, if you need some help with some of your social media stuff, Tanya McAllister. And we got Mayhem Management, if you need some management for your social media. Mayhem Management will have you covered. Bonners Brothers Distillery, Langley Speedway, Performance Plus Motor Oil, Safety Clean. And then we got to thank Greer and Associates with Ming Ding Automotive and Moyoc. These guys were coming on this year.
Is that how you say it now? Moyoc? So
Yeah.
I said Moyoc, that wasn't right.
No, that was not right. And we got to give a shout out to the golf tournament coming up in May. If you want to play in the golf tournament for benefits to help Dave with his medical expenses at the Battlefield Golf Club, we got 4-man teams. Hole sponsors $100. You can have more than one sponsor on a hole, so break out the hundreds, right?
Wow.
So
Mulligan.
with that, I think, what's up, Eddie Clark? Miss Rice, happy Valentine's Day. What's up, Greer? Thanks, Greer. Mike Combs, what's up, buddy? What's up, Hippie?
Hippie, they said he was going to be in here. Hippie's in the house.
Hippie.
All right, let's do some news real quick before we get to Rogers and get to talking with him. They got the World Series of Asphalt Racing down at New Smyrna Speedway going on this week. They've already done 4 days. They're on the 5th day tonight. World Series day number 1. They only ran one race due to rain. That was the sportsman race. Derek Griffith got the win in that race. Day 2, they had the Wheeling Modified Series, the opener for them for this year. Did you see Brian Morehouse had his picture in about 500 different places?
Mm-hmm. I did.
He says he has his own photographer now taking care of it.
Oh, big time, huh?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
The winner was Ron Silk. Justin Bonsignor finished 2nd. Tony Hirschman finished 3rd. In the pro late models, Connor Jones got the win. Brent Cruz finished 2nd. Nick Noggle got 3rd. In the sportsman on day 2, Adam Briggs got the win. Cody Brusso was 2nd. Derek Griffith was 3rd. Day 3 of the World Series of Asphalt. In the super late models, William Sawalich won the race. Casey Roderick finished 2nd. Gio Ruggiero finished 3rd. Jake Finch finished 4th. I had to add that one in. He finished 4th.
Favoritism.
Yeah, favoritism. Pro late models. Shoot, I forgot the guy's name now. His name is Carson. He got the win. Brown was 2nd. Hettinger was 3rd, and Connor Jones was 4th. In the Florida Modifieds, Cody Stickler was the winner. Jerry Simons was 2nd. Bill Burba was 3rd. In the 602 Modifieds, the baby of the family, Trevor Catalano got the win. Evan Rogalski was 2nd, and Lee Sharpstein was 3rd. You know, that's the Catalanos that all the 2 boys and the mama and everybody.
Oh, okay.
That's the baby of the family. He's running 602 mods
Oh, okay.
down there now.
He ain't put his mom in the fence yet.
No, they haven't been. They're not in the same group. She's with the tour type modifieds, and he's with the 602s. And he won the race, and she got dumped on the first lap of the race last night. So,
oh Lord.
the tour type modifieds ran last night. Matt Hirschman got the win. That is his 14th World Series win down there. Patrick Emmerling was 2nd. Joey Coulter was 3rd. In the super late models, William Byron got the win. Casey Roderick was 2nd, and William Sawalich was 3rd. Pro late models, Connor Jones was the winner. Ryan Luza was 2nd. Katie Hettinger was 3rd. They ran the 602s again last night. Trevor Catalanato got the win again.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Ricky Collins was 2nd. Andrew Lewis was 3rd. And
So
then
he'll be racing with his mom soon.
yeah, and in the Florida Modifieds, Wayne Parker got the win. Last weekend at Florence was the icebreaker. The icebreaker at Florence last week, and Air Doug got the win. Doug Barnes got the win down there. Now I'm going to say this, okay?
Which one?
And I'm sure I'm going to hear about it.
Uh-oh.
It's going to come back and haunt me.
Who got DQ'd?
Connor Hall. Connor Hall got
How
DQ'd.
you facts. You better,
I'm sure I'm going to hear about it.
you better have your facts straight.
That's what I heard.
I've heard it from everywhere, and I heard it.
Well, there's truth to it.
I even saw
That's what I
his
heard.
post on it that he got disqualified.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with that. But Air Doug got the win. Caden Honeycutt was 2nd. Mason Diaz was 3rd. Marty Cox was 4th. And Brendan Butterbean Queen came back to get 5th, starting dead last on the field. He come all the way back to 5th. So it was a pretty good deal. Some of the others that were in that race this weekend, Dale Jr. was 17th. Jeb Burton was 9th. And Mark Wirtz finished 28th.
Mark had
Oh,
did the lead come out of
Yeah, and he went through his car. And
That's dangerous.
so anyway, all right, we done had another guest come in here while we're sitting here. And some pizza. There's pizza in here for one.
Pizza Valentine's Day special.
That's
So
right.
anyway, we're gonna start off here with Roger Bell.
Start off with me.
Yeah.
Here we are.
This is, even though you're the big superstar down at Dixieland. I mean, it's all you hear about. I see you on all these things. You're out there dancing and
Damn, well, we
karaoke.
do try to keep it interesting, but I don't know. There's a lot of people down there a lot bigger than me in stature, not in size.
I was going to ask, but I said, no, I'm not.
Now who would be bigger than you down there in stature?
I mean, you got Hubbard and
Well, that's
Staten
true.
and Larry Jackson.
Yeah, but none of them get
That
the
Jason Jordan kid,
but none of them get the publicity you get. You just you got that 811 and Greer and Associates.
Yeah, man. There's a little rumor that I heard that they were coming back. NC 811 is back,
Okay.
along with Piedmont Natural Gas for this year. So very blessed, very fortunate.
You didn't get Greer back?
Well, Greer. Greer is back on board with Greer and Associates, and Lord, we just said it.
Mean
Mean
Dean.
Gene, yes.
Mean Deans.
Garage, man, down there in Moyock. Top notch work. Dude, sharp guys, good people. All them guys, they're great people.
So you're gonna come back and run Sportsman again this year?
That is the plan. That's the plan. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, just trying to put everything together. We might have the old car. There's a chassis that's gonna be put together, and we're going to probably need it because I hear that that's going to be that's going to be a good class. It's going to be good racing. Like what is it, Katie bar the door? Hold on, like it's going to be good. It's going to be full. I mean, you know how rumor mills, but if everybody has a car that I hear that has a new car, because they changed the rules, but pretty much everybody, there was only a few cars left. Like that car wasn't running in the raffle like an old asphalt car. They're outdated now. So basically, you got to have a dirt chassis, newer, and so they took weight off.
So it's what you got now, the new chassis.
Well, it's old, but it is that style chassis. But it was built in like '92, and it's been bent 9 ways to Sunday. I don't know where it got wrecked, but it ripped the motor mounts. It had a rough life somewhere, but we did the best we could do with it. We won a race, and we got that Jack Dodson driver of the year, driving out year of the week and award, and we did good. We made some noise, and like I said, we got sponsors. Moody's back on board. Moody's water conditioning, affordable transmissions, they're back on board. Lulu's hot dogs, I know they're going to be back on board.
Lulu's hot dogs.
Yes, sir. That's the best kept secret in Chesapeake. If you're in Chesapeake, if you're not in Chesapeake, you need to make a drive over to Chesapeake. Indian River. Yes, sir. Indian River, Spare Road area. Just Google or look up Lulu's hot dogs because you'll miss it. It's hidden. But the best spots are hidden usually like that. You'll go right past it. It's just a little shop. Man, they got hot dogs and the best hamburgers.
You been over there?
Man, right? I'm telling you, it's worth the ride. Go over there. They have specials every day of the week. Open. They close at 4, so it's like an early lunch.
Troy Brickhouse said he's bringing the old dinosaur out.
Bringing the old dinosaur. Well, might still work. I don't know. Like I say, it's a toss up, man. There's a lot going on at DIXIELAND this year.
What kin is Troy to Rodney?
No, none. I don't. If I'm not mistaken, they're not.
No, they're not.
Just say no.
Because I was gonna say I don't want him on the show either.
Well, it's a good thing, Troy. You're not related. No, I'm aware of. I think we've asked that question before. And it is. I don't think so, but. Yeah, Rodney, he knows a little something. Chesapeake's had some really good drivers. I wanted to pose this question. I was like, I know it would start like a big, huge debate, but of the area, I know you got Richmond and some of the Carolinas, but I mean, as far as the 7 cities, who do y'all think has produced the most successful drivers?
I
know Chesapeake has a lot. I mean, if you go back to Culpeper and looking at Brendan and Statons and
Eldon Sawyer,
Sawyers, Bubba Adams.
I mean, you go back now, Bubba Adams.
I mean, Ricky Rudd.
Rudd.
Just I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I'm sure there would be. Anyway, I thought that might create some spirited debate.
That would. Well, he says he's no relation to Rodney. So
we got a Robbie Parker, Hippie's in the house. Might see.
Hippie said you need to come to Langley, and Robbie says you're not a big dog. You're the superstar.
If I could get that Super Street ride, I would be at Langley. Not mentioning their names. Somebody happens to know where one might be or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, Parker works on him. I mean,
Parker's got it. Yeah.
Doug Sample got one for sale.
He don't just need. He needs the car, Jack.
I need a ride or a sponsor that wants to say, "Hey, pick out what you need and let's go racing."
He just needs to bring his helmet. That's what he's saying.
That's exactly where I'm at. If not, then I'll be spectating and I'll be happy to be there. But I'm not a spectator. I'm a participant.
That's the reason why you like being in Dixieland.
I do. I love Dixieland, man. It's good people. It's great camaraderie. I mean, like I say, this year, Red after, I don't know, somebody probably knows the exact number, 40 years, he's stepping aside. And,
oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Letting some people coming in with some, I guess I'm going to say new ideas. We don't know yet what all is going to be done. So it's going to be, there's a lot of exciting changes. The classes have been kind of
moved around.
A little bit. So I believe it's going to be an exciting year. If you're not there at Dixieland Friday night, make sure you're there Friday night, and then come over to Larry King Law's Langley Speedway on Saturday night, and you'll have the same announcer on both nights as Brian White, so you'll be familiar.
That's right.
And I'm excited about next year. There's, like I say, we could definitely use some more sponsorship.
So it's kind of hard to believe Red would step away.
That's what
back
we were
off
all.
of it a little bit.
I think he wants to concentrate on. He's going to be there this year, but I think his plan is to back so he can play music because he's in a band. And they're actually really good. Bluegrass, country.
I didn't know that.
I think they say he's like a mean Pickett and a grinning on the banjo. So he's pretty good. Again, I'm sure some people could relate to it better than I can. But he's good. So I think that's his goal is I guess they're gonna see how it goes this year. I don't know. I just know that he's stepping back.
Who's the new person?
Oh, I don't know if I guess it's out the bag. There's it's like a silent partner, I guess, and a guy from Lord have mercy, what town is little small Carolina town?
There's 100 of them.
Yeah, Al Generale. He's like a drag racer.
Oh, okay.
He was selling tires last year. He's in a little bit of everything. He lives out not Hereford. It's not Hereford. So again, somebody would know, but him and one of the farmer guys there. Sunbury. There you go. Yeah, out that way because it was a ride to go pick up some tires from Chesapeake. And we're going to have to be on a new tire this year because they did away with the old tires, and I think they have some left that we got to burn up. But then that's going to be interesting to see what a new tire does for us.
Now it's going to be like it was in Southampton when they went away from the old tires and went to the new stuff, and then they had to get rid of the other stuff first, and then a certain driver.
Right. I've already, it's like
a certain driver had the new stuff on his car.
Were they better?
And he won.
Oh.
And he won the race.
That didn't spark any controversy.
Oh, it sparked a whole lot of controversy. And the bad part about it is I was the one who was going down and picking those tires up every week and bringing them back up to the racetrack.
You didn't get no benefit from that.
And when it was all said and done, this person, I'm not going to
remain nameless.
This person that had the tires on his car, he let everybody else buy their tires first, and they got to pick what they wanted. They all wanted the old stuff, so all that was left was the new stuff, and that's what he put on his car. And he won, and then it created a major friction.
What was he supposed to do?
Well, nothing he could do. Right. And so that's one of the few times at Southampton Speedway that this person won a race. Everybody was on his case. I mean, it was the tech shed after the race was it was almost like WWE up in that place.
I've seen it get a little feisty.
And this person come and told me, he said, you need to come over here and explain to them what the deal was with the new tires because they didn't have any more. They went to the new stuff. And
somebody was in cohorts.
Yeah, they thought, that's the way it was, the way it was going to be. And I ain't calling the guy's name, but, I hate to see he finally won a race and it kind of finally had a problem with it. So
finally won a race, and it was
he's won a couple more after that, but I mean,
okay,
that was probably his first win at Southampton,
and he came with controversy.
It was big time controversy.
Well, that's one way to be remembered, I guess.
That's right.
He didn't have to worry about that to be remembered. Did he? He didn't have he had no worries.
You know exactly who he's talking about. We shall not. What was it?
Was this your brother?
No.
He's my brother.
No. That was not my brother. Okay. But it was somebody I was dealing with a lot.
Can we get a hit or clap?
No.
We can't. We can't get him in a hit for the clap. That'll give it away.
Yeah, we can't get anything stirred up yet.
So yeah, we're not going to get all that, but
Not this week.
now if we want to talk about my brother and me racing together, we can do that. We talk trash
I
about
know
that.
you already. I mean, I'm curious to know. I'm sure you got some stories. Did he take you out? Oh, she said that's a wrap. I'm gonna go with Mama.
He didn't take me out. He didn't take me out.
Well, based on that answer and that look, what do you think that the real answer is?
He didn't take me out. I kind of took him out.
Oh! After all these years, the truth finally comes out.
Right.
No, he came out truthful then. He came out real truthful then too, because him and another guy had been beating on each other the whole race. And I slid up beside him on a caution. I slid up beside him. I mean, you need to calm down, son. Just calm down. Geez.
Older or younger brother?
Younger.
Oh, older brother pulling up, giving him pep talk.
I told him, calm down. Dropped the green flag. I took off. He didn't. And I drove right inside of him, sent him sideways. Pissed my whole family off.
I was going to say, look, I can feel the tension from that day. Still, I can feel it.
There's more to the story, but I'm not going to.
We gotta go again not this week.
We'll get that some other time.
Tune in next week for
The rest of the story.
The rest of the story, yeah.
So you probably got some people down there that you have to beat on every now and then.
I mean, I've been leaned on. Lean on me. I mean, there's been a couple of times that Jeff Schiffler, I've had a couple of people had to come to me.
He's another big boy too.
Yeah. Dennis Barnes' wife, they came early on. It's like, if you would calm down, you can't pass 10 cars on the first lap in the mud. I was like, why can't you? I mean, I did. I ain't saying it worked out on the other end.
It worked out on your end?
No, neither end.
But you passed the 10 cars.
I passed the 10 car, went through the mud. It looked pretty for a minute. If it would have worked, it would have been sensational. Passing the grass when they had nothing on that. But,
that's almost like when you won that race down there and you had your hand out the window waving as you were
waving. That's right. I was trying to get celebrating.
Coming through 3 and 4, he has his hand out the already waving his hand back and forth.
Yeah, I was excited, man. I'm telling you, I came. That's the first time I'd won. I hadn't been in a car in years. We won a car in a raffle that I didn't have $50 to even get a ticket. Somebody loaned me $50. My buddy picks a number. We win the car. People give us parts, and that's how we got here, and the whole thing started. With meeting you guys and everything. But I was pumped, man. Like I still get goosebumps and the hair standing up because it was just to get back in the car and do it with a bunch of used stuff and a car that you won in a raffle. You don't know what it's gonna do. But
so who all helped you with the car?
Roddy Carter, man, he has been around since we first started. And life happens sometimes, people go something, but we've all come back. And man, I just like I say, just being around them, and I don't want to win, but it's just been great being around a lot of the old guys. Denny, Jason, Jordan, man, he helps. Micah, he's new, he's coming on board, he's going to be a new guy. George, working with George and his son Randy, them letting me drive last year. So it's just small. We're kind of a small, we don't have a big group of guys, but we get it done for what we have, and especially last year for what we had.
But you had fun doing it.
I had fun. I just said I'm happy to be here, and I was blessed to be able to have a chance to drive. And I used to think if I didn't win, that because I was trying to get a ride so bad or sponsorships, I had to win. And I was able to let that kind of go a little bit last year. And look, okay, we didn't win. It's all right. The world's not going to end. You can walk out with your head high. We ended up winning we finished tied for second, which we had ended with third for points. And then a special thing to me, like winning the Driver of the Week award for you guys, was getting voted best sportsman over the whole track. And that's voted on by all the drivers.
But wait a minute now. Did you have your mafia working on that one too?
No, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't have a clue. They called my name. I ain't even paying attention. I won it, I don't know, man, probably 10 years ago. I won the championship at All-Stars, and I won got voted best sportsman and most popular at the same. And this year it was Brendan. I was with Brendan Queen. Like, I felt he got most popular and I got best sportsman. So to stand up there with him after the year he had,
but you know, in the Pro 6 category here at Langley Speedway,
the Pro 6,
a couple of years ago, or a year or so ago, they named somebody else Sportsman of the Year.
Yeah. Did they?
Yeah.
Huh? Who might that be?
We didn't try to pass 10 cars on the first lap.
No, but he's been passed by 10 cars on the first lap.
Man, I knew something was coming. You ain't answering the right regular loud. Yeah. So what are these comments saying? How's everybody? Here's Aaron. How you doing, Troy? Man, Christy. Hey, buddy. What's Eddie Clark, Andre? Man, y'all got a bunch of big names coming here to see you guys.
Eddie said you don't take your brother out unless it's for a win.
I mean,
Greer said that's Mr. Starting Park did it.
Starting Park.
You know, I wish I'd never told you nothing. Cause that ain't done nothing.
I ain't told nobody.
That ain't done nothing but bite me in the ass ever since. You know, I did it one time.
You did a Starting Park?
Well, I guess technically that's what it was.
Yeah,
okay.
He did.
I mean, somebody let me get it.
This
Like, I said Starting
No,
Park, and I was Starting Park.
Before it was I mean, it's before Cup guys.
This is before, so he's the originator.
Yeah.
Not the
OG,
intimidator.
no.
He's the OG.
But
yeah, baby, you are.
I don't know what I'm going to do here about this right now. I only did it one time at Southampton.
That's what he said.
One time at Southampton.
Well,
It's going to be a hell of a ride home.
I was going to say, somebody is fired up tonight. Get fired up. Get fired up. Come on.
But I did it one time. At one of the races, I came off the track early, circled all the way through the pit area, come back up the other side. You know how you come back up the other side? Come back up the other side. I came all the way back up there, and I stopped on top of that hill, waited for our race to finish. When the race was over with, I went out on the track. Now, when I went back on the track, it was kids' night. So my plan was to be up front on kids' night.
Yeah, you wanted some kid. You didn't want to be in the back. So.
Hey, I wanted my. Hey, look, no. I wanted my kids in my car with me.
Wait a minute, did they?
How'd that work out for you?
I was going to say, I got a feeling that I won't go say that. I'm going to say, yeah.
A couple times it didn't work out for me at all.
Are you trying to say they dispersed?
The one time I did that, there was a kids' night every year.
You sacrificed yourself for a race. You sacrificed a race.
For
Set up
kids.
at the top of the hill for the kids, for the children. You did it for the children. And came around, sat there waiting.
That was honorable.
And they just kind of walked on by. And
No,
how did it work out?
That
How did
year,
it work out for it?
that year,
See, you can't get away with nothing tonight.
that
I
year
like
they
it.
got in my
I
car
like it.
that
I
year.
like it.
The other years they got in somebody else's car. Mark McFarland was one of them.
Another name.
They got in Lee got in Mark McFarland's car. I think Kimberly got in
The same one she always got in.
the 43.
No.
Which one?
Scott has been awfully quiet.
Her brother.
Which one? Metters?
Yes.
Eddie Petty Metters. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Your son got in a 43.
That was the body. That was Vic's story.
Big story.
All right.
Hey,
Mason Dunn. Wait a minute. Mason Dunn's talking right now.
Mason Dunn's talking. Yeah,
Mason, you talking about should you bring anything back from Florida for me? And you said, I'm thinking no. I'm thinking you better.
Jeff, I appreciate that, man. Yeah.
So anyway,
But
Eddie said the only time he ever parked was when he had to take the ambulance to the infield. Damn.
so I'm excited about Dixieland this year. Yeah, we're gonna be there.
Are they combining some of the classes to make your class bigger?
No, they kind of redid the rules, and they say you can still run an older chassis, but now you can run the newer chassis at a lighter weight. They took, I don't know, 300-400 pounds off the cars, and it's gonna make for some good racing, I believe, and then of course All Star, with Brendan doing his thing, that's gonna leave that seat open for who's going to be the all-star person, late model. You hear rumors of people that are coming, not coming, but out of state, and I guess we there. I hear Hubbard is coming back to really go after it. But you got Dennis Nash, you got Sherman, you got a lot of guys that go anyway. And then Super Street, that's going to be, I don't know, that's going to be good. You're going to have to come and watch and get a little dirt. Yeah, you're going to get a little dirt on your tire. You got to get a little dirt on your Goodyear treads there, a little dirt on your tire.
I need to.
And come check us out.
I've never been to a dirt
Don't be a
race.
stranger. Come hang out and get a dirt track barbecue and a sweet tea, and we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited for this year. Like I say, there's a lot of changes. Don't know what's going to happen, not happen, but I saw some pictures of the track. Looked like they've been working it. It looked good.
the pictures did look good.
Because I heard they were going to do some things, and again, you hear so much stuff. So many guys on here might know better than I do. Because my parents have been not doing well, so I hadn't really had a chance to really keep my nose. I normally try to know what's going on, but I just really haven't had a check. So I've heard stuff through the grapevine. I'm like, ooh, wow, yeah. So a lot of oohs and ahs and interesting things, but I think it's going to be wide open. I think it's going to be a good field of cars, and it's going to be some dirt slinging, mud throwing. Get you some of that action. That as Greer would say, that tater mater racing. That tater mater race. He likes that black top. Black top's for getting there. And that tater mater racing. Yeah, like I say, you can't sling it.
Have you gotten Greer to a dirt race?
Greer has been to a dirt race. I've seen him out there. It might have been once, maybe twice. I don't. But I'm pretty sure he's on there. So I'm sure he'll answer. So I think we'll be there. 18. I think there'll be 18. 20. I think there'll be 20 cars in Sportsman, with probably 10 or more. A good chance of I think it's going to be the most. Look, I'm getting excited. Look at that. Woo! I'm ready to go, boy. Oh man.
I'm not even going to acknowledge Robbie Parker.
Where's Robbie? Come on, Rob.
He wants you to ask a question.
You ran some blacktop asphalt that he. I like that is. I like her.
This is her last trip here.
I'm going to say, I think she's doing my every week. It's good.
Robbie lapped him twice in one lap.
That's a damn lie. That did not happen. Robbie Parker's full of it. That did not happen.
Breathe, Jack.
No, that pissed me off.
Breathe, baby. Breathe.
Now,
breathe.
I'm going to say this about the first time we ran asphalt at Southampton. I was driving my brother's car.
They paid.
No, wait a minute. No, his car was better for the asphalt than mine was, and neither one of them were good. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. I understand that.
So we go out there to run this asphalt race against all these boys from Langley. All of them came from Langley. I mean,
that's a sore subject.
It is a terribly sore subject because they came to Southampton when they put the asphalt down, and they pretty much scalded us. I mean, they want the three or four guys from Southampton that normally run Southampton on a regular basis. We didn't see anywhere near the front. None of us.
Let the flat track boys come over there and put it on you bank track boys. Y'all been driving.
Well, see, you're gonna probably think I'm,
I ain't gonna think nothing at all.
these guys come with some cheated up stuff. That's what it is.
Robbie ain't never cheated in his life.
Robbie, is that true? You wouldn't break the rules, would you, brother?
No.
They came with some
Cheating, what's that? Right? Come on.
It was and I will agree.
I'm glad I
it was,
didn't have no drink in my mouth.
I will agree. It was humiliating the way it worked
That
out.
would hurt. I would hurt. Yeah.
That first race there with all them boys from Southampton. I mean, from Langley, come down there.
Like, hey, been out here before. We've been here for
We've
a
been
while.
here
Well, see,
wow,
the thing about it is, we were just deciding whether we were going to run mini stocks in Southampton that year on asphalt. They were deciding. So all these boys from Langley come down and they decided, well, we'll just kick their butts
Made
on.
y'all mind up real quick, didn't it?
Well, no, we ran the mini stocks, but it was.
Old tires.
Yeah.
Did you go out there with the dirt tires on?
No. It was me. What was his name? The Edwards boy. I can't think of his name. Anyway, the Edwards boy who was the track champion there several times on dirt.
Tony.
No, not Tony.
I remember hearing of Edwards. Yeah.
I can't think of his name. Anyway, him, Jay Williams, me, and one more.
Robbie said he's never been DQ'd.
Ain't never been caught. That's the problem. They didn't even tech a car that day. We didn't.
It's a good time.
We didn't get nobody got teched or nothing that day. You went out, you brought your car, you practiced one time, you went out and made a qualifying run, and then you raced. That's
You
it.
needed a little bit more practice.
A little bit. Right.
No, I need a little more car on asphalt. I'll agree with that. I need more car on asphalt.
You should have cheated
All right.
Jack.
Spec Edwards.
No, it wasn't
Not
spec. It wasn't
no,
spec.
it's
It was
mini stock.
No, this is a mini stock.
Spec Edwards is bad though.
Oh yeah, well, he was. No doubt about it. All right, we're gonna take a break for
A
you for a
break.
minute.
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say kick your ass butt out, but have a seat.
I'm
over
gonna
there.
have a seat.
We're gonna bring.
Thank y'all, everybody.
We're gonna bring Nick in here because he's sitting over there listening.
Right, like he's sure you want to get in here.
Keith Edwards. Keith Edwards was his name.
Edwards. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
You ain't done yet.
DIXIELAND.
Just sit down, Ryan. Sit down. You ain't done yet.
You ain't done stirring stuff up. We're waiting on Carl Long, supposed to be
Yes.
in on at 7:30, right? But
Yep. Greer, I liked you until today.
He
Greer.
had too much left side percentage.
I can't get in that one. I got more than he does, though. I'm sure.
All right, we got Nick Leaks in, or Leaks, Leaks, something like that. I knew I'm
Need some
almost like
lights.
Scott. I can't pronounce nothing right.
Well, that's a fact.
So, first of all, let's start off with 2022 for you last year. How'd that go for you?
Yeah,
I was tickled to death to see you making some starts in the truck series.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
yes. Making those 3 starts, Nashville, Richmond, and then Homestead. Ran truck races and a lot of fun. We're planning to do more this year.
Now, how was Homestead? Because that's a pretty fast
That's a fun
Flat.
track, yeah.
track.
Right up near the wall, ripping the wall a bunch. Seeing Kyle Larson do it, I don't know how
Oh,
he does that. But yeah, no, being up near that wall, it's probably my favorite 1.5-mile track.
Lost connection. Did you unplug us over? No. Restart your browser. Sounds like we're still going. Let's see here.
This year, I think
No, yeah, good. I still got my mic.
Turn my mic off. for 2023? What all are you gonna be doing?
Hopefully more truck starts. We signed with Philip Smalley in Motorsports Management International. So he's managing me now to get better deals with some race teams. Looking at Atlanta with possibly Young's Motorsports, and then AM racing stuff for later in the series. Part-time for right now, but hopefully full-time soon.
Will you be doing any other racing other than that? I mean, you're gonna be.
I hope so. I mean, we were supposed to Gen X. I know they're watching. Really wanted to run that week in New Smyrna this week with their pro late model stuff, but yeah, most of our sponsorship kind of fell through with that, and the money ran out for that late model stuff. But you know, we saved up enough to run a couple truck starts this year as well. So excited for that. That's for sure.
So you're gonna be running any local tracks any at all? Or are you gonna be doing any of that? I mean,
I hope.
I know
so.
you were up at Dominion some.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I had fun at Dominion last year for one of those races, but I don't plan on it right now. I mean, I'd like to. I mean, it's a lot of fun. But
oh, do you have your own car? You have your own car, right? So,
yeah, Jay Hedgecock, he's managing it over there.
Oh, wow. So you got the big boys.
Yeah.
doing stuff.
Yeah, you know, a little something. That's so cool. So, man, good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool. It was
Congratulations. That's
really
awesome,
cool. We
man.
had him on the show last year,
I remember.
and then right after that, he started some truck races. I mean, that was really cool to see
Yeah.
you out there doing those truck races.
I think it was after the Nashville race I came on, and then
Just before Richmond.
Richmond,
Yeah.
I got
I mean,
those
just
of
to
ours.
say those
Better.
tracks.
So how many races are you thinking about doing this year?
right now 3, maybe 6 with some funding we got. So
Have you already started talking with a team, or are you going same team you were at last year? Or?
we were with Rayum last year, and you know they had their shop catch on fire earlier this year. So
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's I think it kind of ruined some of their equipment, but they got a full-time driver, Mason Massey, now. So
Oh, is it?
they still got one more truck open, but I know the AM racing stuff, those guys are lending out their truck program to Josh, and I think we're going to run a couple with them and see how that goes as well, because some good equipment I've heard. So
Who is AM racing? Who is
that Austin Wayne Self,
Austin
Oh,
Wayne
okay,
Self?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
he's
Yeah.
doing XFINITY stuff, so they
Yeah.
still got that truck team running out to Josh and stuff. So
Like, what is there an idea of like how are you allowed to say what a weekly rental is? I could only imagine, but I'm curious.
and so I know Connor Jones, he signed with Thor Motorsports. So I mean, that's probably gonna be a lot. But I know Philip, he manages all that price and stuff. So I'd say anywhere from 30 to 50 for
30 to 50 for 1 week.
for
1 week.
one
30
race.
to dollars or $50,000 for 1 weekend.
With the trucks. Yeah.
That go, dog. That's
So if it was
Yes, sir.
$30, you'd have done tried to get you
I
one,
will
wouldn't
squeeze. I will suck it in. Where's the big boy seat? Man, to run a truck, I always wanted to run a truck. That's so cool. To even say the names that you ran, Richmond and Homestead, and dude, that man, kudos, bro. That's awesome. That is so
So
cool.
what races did you say you got planned for this year, or you're not sure yet?
Not sure yet. I'm looking at Atlanta, the 3rd race of the season.
Can you run Atlanta yet?
Yeah, I'm approved to run any track now. I was
Sorry. Okay.
planning on running Daytona, but everybody wants to run that track, so it filled up pretty quick. I really want to run a plate track, so maybe Talladega, but we'll have to see for sure. I mean, Atlanta's like a plate track now that they repaved.
It is.
Well, they do. Don't they
It's
put a plate
considered-
on there though? Cause
Yeah, it's
they-
considered a super speedway now.
right,
So,
because they don't lift at Atlanta. I don't think anymore. Not since they put that plate on there, and they took some power out of it.
that's a wild
But it's
track.
more like, actually, I think it's more like a video game racing there than it is, old school Atlanta, where the car got real light coming off of 4.
Well, I got not like you, okay. Before any of these clowns start talking, I got a chance to run Atlanta, and
Like physically, or
See what I'm talking about? The clowns jumping in when they ain't got no damn business talking.
You made it tough.
No, I mean, I'm talking about, I did one of those Richard Petty driving school things at Atlanta.
That's awesome, man.
And
Wow.
that was, I mean, that racetrack, and it was right after they reconfigured the track. So that was really cool to see and how that worked out. And then I know that's a fun track to race.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, those 1.5 miles are, I feel like they're a lot of fun to do that on. So.
Well, man, I was hoping you was going to be running some around here too, so we can get a chance to see you.
Yeah,
I wonder, did you run around here at Dominion or
I did Dominion a
You
lot.
run to like what, late model legends or
I did.
worked your way up?
I started go-karts here actually at the
Wow.
Hampton Roads Kart Club, and then did legends all over North Carolina. And then late models, I did like 2 races here, the Hampton Heat.
He did a Hampton Heat.
Didn't do too well. That was 2014.
Man, you was in it.
But,
He did a Hampton Heat. He was here.
Yeah, then we moved to the Virginia Racer at Dominion, saved some money on the team there. And yeah, I decided last year I wanted to do, something big since we had the sponsorship behind us. And I was looking at the ARCA stuff, but the trucks I think were a little bit cheaper than ARCA, surprisingly.
Really?
Really?
So
That's kind of surprising.
I would have thought it'd been
ARCA
yeah.
stuff.
Well, I don't think people realize. I mean, it's really not. The money's very close.
Yeah.
And I think you get
More for it's
Yeah, you get
yes.
more bang for your buck in the truck series.
yes
More
You get-
prestige, more
right,
prestige.
You get more known. You get around more of the right people.
Mhm.
That kind of thing.
seen by more viewers, I think, on the truck stuff, because you're following the weekly series of NASCAR. So
Mm-hmm.
And but the thing is, with the ARCA is getting a lot better than it used to be. You got the East and the West series, and then you have the National series. And they're doing a lot better than they were, and that's basically because NASCAR took it over. But I mean, it's still not. When you look up the pecking order of how things go, the trucks come. The trucks are higher than the ARCA cars, and I think you made a wise decision on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think money wise, you're better spending your money there than you are in the RA series.
right, yeah. But I know I came on here before the Richmond race. I'm gonna say that Richmond is a very tough track to race. I don't know. Y'all seen the incident between me and Carson Hocevar?
Oh, I forgot all about it.
Did you and Carson Hocevar get together? I didn't know anything about that.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
Thanks for
it's,
reminding us.
Do I need to go look it up?
The only caution of that race was me backing in the wall on his bumper. So
Uh-huh.
it was something else.
So you used his bumper to spin yourself out. Is that what you're saying?
I've gotten that response before.
And whenever he wants a caution, he'll bring out a caution sign. I guess I was just on the.
So you just happened to be in the way of
I
that.
guess
You
so.
were-
You were at the right place at the wrong time. Yeah. I understand.
One of those things.
Well, what was it like when you left your first race in the truck? I mean, being in that atmosphere
Yeah.
for the first time. That's your first time being there. I don't know how many times you was in a truck before that, as far as testing or anything, nothing.
None.
So I mean, just think about jumping in that
Because
truck.
what was Nashville? Nashville was your first truck race.
Yeah,
Now, why did you pick Nashville?
we got approved so late by Brett Bodine. You have to get approved to run in those series. We got approved so late for under 1.5 mile track to run before the playoff started. And it was Nashville, Mid Ohio, or some other track. And I was like, I'm not doing a road course in a truck I've never raced before, so I would rather do 1.33 mile track and see how that went. And
Well, I mean, Nashville is
Pretty well.
cute.
Yeah, what's a big flat?
That was Daryl Walter. I mean, that was the try. I mean,
That's
a
a
lot
nice
of
place,
prestige.
too.
yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a fun track. Probably one of my favorite tracks I've raced on so far. Since all concrete and stuff is a lot of fun.
So there wasn't a stipulation that maybe they changed it. Thought you had to work ARCA or run something, and then they would let you move up. And then you would be pre-approved, and then you'd have to do something else.
It's all
be
on
a
what Brett
pre-approved.
Bodine.
Okay.
There is no.
Because how you
set-
showed up, hey, I'm gonna run a truck, but all right, we'll let you try this.
I think since he knew Jay Hedgecock so well, they were good friends, and I think that
That's,
definitely helped out a lot.
that's
Well,
awesome.
you probably could, Jay's like, yeah, he'll be okay. And it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It
And
was
the days of like Stacy Compton when he just showed up at Martinsville and he had mortgaged some rental
Yeah.
houses, his houses, and qualified fourth in a cup car that they had bought. You can't do that no more. I mean, you you ain't going to just show up on the racetrack
right.
and
right.
qualify in the
No,
top
no,
five. I mean, I guess maybe now that we have this new gen car, you probably could. You have a much better chance than you would, in the last several years.
Still tough out there with all that
Well,
equipment and money.
It is, but now that the cup side of it is much more equal than it used to be.
Yeah,
You had to qualify in those races to
Yeah.
get in those races.
Wow.
we didn't have
And that was
the,
pretty cool that you got qualified for those races.
we didn't have the owner points.
No
really.
points, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we got 8 laps of practice because everybody kept bringing out the car. It was a 20-minute practice. Never been in a truck before. 42 or 44 guys showed up for 36 spots. 43 of them had been in a truck. I hadn't, and being able to qualify for that race was pretty
Man,
special.
all right, brother.
How nervous were you for qualifying?
Yeah, I think my mom was the most nervous.
Right.
She didn't wanna see it, yeah. She don't want to see it. Once we got word that we were in the race,
How long did you have to sit there after qualifying until you learned your fate?
good 30 to an hour.
Mm.
Well, that was a long 30 minutes, wasn't it?
Yes.
Going back into the hauler and watching qualifying on TV is shaking and getting the nerves off and stuff. It was
I mean, what's that like to walk into the hauler and like, man, I'm on TV
yeah,
right now. There's my name.
Yeah.
Like that's
it was cool.
that's
for sure.
awesome, man. That's so cool.
And being on the grid for the Star Spangled Banner and stuff like the flyover,
Wow. Powerful.
chills for that stuff. It's
Right.
a lot of fun.
Right.
That is an experience that most people don't get to experience, and it is a very cool.
Very
Or riding a truck around the track and kind of waving at the fans is a pretty neat
very
experience that
thankful
people
for
don't get to do.
Yeah, no, it's a small select.
Can
I
you
dreamed,
imagine?
I dreamed about it.
But can you imagine a guy like him going to Richmond and being in that?
Mom said yes, she was.
Yeah.
But going to a place like Richmond, and you're standing out there, and we go out there and stand before the race with the drivers, and we're out there talking to them and stuff like that. But you're out there, you're a driver, and now you're standing out there looking at all these people going, look where I'm at now. Because I remember the first time I went to Daytona. Well, not the first time I went to Daytona, but the first time I was on pit road at Daytona was with my son. His first ever Daytona 500. I was there, and I got to stand on pit road with his race team.
The team.
That was
With
huge,
the team.
man.
Wow.
I had you talking about the goosebumps?
Yeah,
I had
that's
them
what I'm
all over me.
I have dreamed about it many times. Dream. I mean, but yeah, that's what I just so.
How many
I can
friends
only
and
imagine.
family did you have come to Richmond? So I mean, the pressure had to have been on.
Yeah, we've had I work at my dad's company, so we've had all those people come and watch, and mom's side of the family, dad's side of the family. We just struggled all night there. It's a tough track for sure, being so old and coming off the corner, you're just sliding the whole time.
Well, it's two completely different corners. I mean, you're already arcing getting into one, and then 3 and 4 is real tight, but you can drive off.
Yeah, I
Davy's having a problem. See what you.
kept missing the bottom on the 3 and 4 at Richmond, and that's a tough track for sure.
When you come out of turn 2, you're eating that wall. I mean, you're coming up on that wall quick and coming out of turn 2 at Richmond. that's
Yeah.
yeah.
It goes from a banking to
It just kind of washes out that way to that wall.
yeah. But, I mean, it's a lot of fun. Homestead too, being up near a wall.
Well, I tell you, I like Homestead as far as the racing is concerned, but I do not like Homestead racetrack.
Really? Yeah. I mean, it looks cool on TV with like the
Oh,
aqua green and the
it
palm
look-
trees and
Yeah.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful place, really is. But let me tell you something. Them people down there are nuts. Okay,
you fit right in.
you know what, Roger? This is your last trip here down here. make this your good one because this is gonna be your last one. But down at Homestead, the right hand don't know what the left hand's doing. You know,
Really?
they tell you go this way, you go that way, and then the police officer said you need to go back that way. So you go back the way you came, and then they get mad down there. So you know where they send you? They send you through the swamp to go back to the back. You got to go on the side of your side of the thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't there the swamp right there?
Yeah.
The swamp, you ride right beside it. I was thinking, okay, alligators gonna come out
Right,
here.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you go around to the back get your credentials. You're in the back of the place back there, but you got to go through the swamp to get there. Just about.
Really?
It is the wildest place I've ever been in my life. I mean, I was, I love being there. I love being because my son and his race team was going for the championship. I was excited to be there.
Yeah.
But that place, no, I'm not. There's two racetracks that I'm not really excited about. If I will go and I will enjoy the racing, but Bristol and Homestead, they can, I'm like Michael Waltrip, or Kyle Petty, whoever it was, said they could go on and fill Bristol up with water and make it a fishing hole, and that'd be just fine for him.
Really?
But Bristol is another one of those unorganized places.
It's unorganized. It's hard to ask you figure
Because you
everything
have to
right
park,
by now.
you have to park 6 miles away.
Walk up the hill.
You got to go up a hill, go through the tunnel, get inside, and of course, the time I went to Bristol, it was scalding hot. The times I've been to Bristol, it was scalding hot.
Yeah.
So you've been to Bristol before, you know how it is. So,
Trams don't run.
yeah, they shut the trams down. You can better start walking.
Why would they shut them? Really? I thought that would be like.
Yeah, you think they haven't figured out?
Yeah, I thought that would be like one of the top places you're going to go.
But racing on those tracks are great. I mean, I'll give them that. But as far as a concept of what the crews and everybody have to go through, nah, it's not what I want to do. I mean, Bristol, not Homestead, not conducive to Jack's way of thinking.
Not Jack, okay. All right, I'll remember that.
So
I watch it on TV.
So when I come to Dixieland, you better treat me right while I'm there, or I'll talk
Yes,
trash
sir.
about you too.
You can. We're all going to talk. Yeah, well, you wouldn't be the first one. Won't be the last. But you'd fit right in with everybody else. Get a little mud on your sneakers there.
So I'm excited to see what happens this year, man. It'll be fun to see what's going on.
Yes,
So,
sir. Me too. Seems like they got the. Hopefully everything goes right, and we'll be finishing in the top 20 and higher.
do you ever go down to Charlotte and hang out with someone in that situation down there with those guys and see what's going on?
Yeah, I went down a couple of weeks ago to after the fire and stuff to see how everything was, and their spirits are high and stuff. So it's good to see that they're in a positive attitude. The Ram guys about that, and they're excited for this year. I am too. I mean, it seems like it's gonna be a ton of fun for sure, especially at Daytona with all those truck guys starting for that. So Travis Pastrana is gonna be.
Yeah, Travis
He just
Pastrana.
won a dirt race.
Yeah.
And Speed Weeks, Florida, on a modified race.
Bill was at the Volusia last night watching the dirt races over there.
They've been going on. Watched a little bit of it. I mean, it's been exciting. Had some good racing.
I've been watching the World Series. I like the World Series stuff. Oh, what do you know? He finally shows up.
I think you give him the wrong link.
Yeah.
Was it the wrong link?
Hey guys, sorry. I guess it was. Didn't work until now.
Yeah.
So are you at home now? You got the Wi-Fi at home now?
Yeah, man. I just moved into a new house, so we're kind of out here in the boondocks, and
I think you sent him an old link.
we had to get hooked up with the Starlink internet.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
How's that working?
it's working great. I was kind of doubting it there for a minute because wasn't working. But yeah, it's working great. Pretty happy with it so far.
Now I want to know why you're not at Daytona.
I wish. I was just on the phone with Donna a little while ago. Man, I had a lot going on this winter with getting the family moved in a new house and working on the car and working my regular 9-to-5 job and just everything, and it just didn't work out this year.
I was getting ready to say, looks like you're gonna have to go back out and win another go-kart race to get a chance to go out to Daytona.
The girls done showed him up.
Yeah, that's right. I need to go out there and Willie needs to open that go-kart track up so I can go out there and earn myself another Daytona deal.
Now, we had Willie and all his drivers on here, before they went to the test at Daytona.
Yeah.
Of course, you were a source of a lot of the conversation that day.
Yeah, I watched.
And you know what Kayla said? She said she was going to go down and show you up. She said, you just need to stay out of the car.
Shoot. I seen the times. I'm not sure, but by the times, I think they got a little work to do from what I did the year I was there. But I'm pretty sure they were a little slower than me.
Oh, so the team fell down when you left, huh?
Well, I wouldn't say they fell down, but I'm just saying. I mean, facts are facts. Times are times. So, just saying.
Don't lies the stopwatch, right?
That's right. The stopwatch don't lie.
Well, you know what is 2023 got in store for Davey Callahan? I've heard some stories.
Sure, they're probably all lies, man.
Okay, all right.
No. 2023 is looking pretty good for us. We got my I guess main sponsor, Paul Henry Windows, re-signed with me, so that was a blessing to get them back on board to make this whole thing possible. And we got Gen X is behind me, so them boys have been out at the shop, and we've been kind of updating and revamping the car. Wayne and Woody been out there just helping me get this thing updated and hopefully make it a little faster so we can get out there and do some work this year.
Now, I heard something about you were going to do some Virginia Racer stuff too.
Virginia Racer?
Yeah, were you going to drive Willie's car or something in Virginia Races?
Yeah, Willie Mullins has a Virginia Racer that's going to be popping up here this year. So there's going to be a number of different drivers in it, but he's got I'm going to be in it first, and we're going to try to get this thing worked out to where it's race winning equipment, which I think it will be. And hopefully I can go out there in the first race or two and get this thing in victory lane, and let these other drivers that are going to hop in it do the same.
Davey, after Martinsville, you became such a big media hit, down at Martinsville. I thought, you'd be having a whole bunch of sponsors and be ready to go big time racing this year.
Yeah, you would think so. I wish so. It didn't work out that way. I definitely got a lot of hype off of that, and we were on Good Morning America, and we were on a local radio station here, DC 101, which is a pretty big deal.
We were a big deal too, so you were on here too.
Nah, man, I'm just a go-kart driver out there at Willie Mullins' backyard track.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to go back and do some, get back on the go-kart track again. Well, I think we lost him now. He's no problem.
Oh, Starlink is
on Elon Musk and Starlink.
Yeah. So we're all good to go. You gonna run Martinsville again this year, or what you got planned other than regular races at Dominion?
Yeah, so we're going to be running the Dominion, regular schedule, and then we're right now we've got, me and Gen X team are coordinating and trying to our hopes, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be running the Triple Crown, which is the 3 crown jewel races, South Boston, Hampton Heat, and Martinsville. So that's really what we're shooting for this year, and pretty sure that it's going to happen. Like I said, I haven't nailed it down 110%, but it's more than likely going to happen. So we're going to shoot for that, and hopefully we can make a little bit of an impact on those races and do well, and get these Gen X guys out there and show what they're able to do.
Well, now that Gen X is part of our show, you're obligated to come on the show right regular. You know that, right?
Hey man, I'm as long as my Starlink is rocking and rolling, I'm ready to go.
We're gonna be.
If the stars are aligned, this stuff will work.
Right, just catch me on the right day, man. Make sure all the satellites are in line so that we can make this deal happen.
Would you move into the boonies or what?
Yeah, man, I got 11 acres out here in Elkwood, Virginia. So we're out here kind of toward, I guess there's not many people around here, but we kind of like it that way. We like being to ourselves, and
it'll be fun when you get the toilet and everything out there in the building, the house now. I mean, that'd be fun.
Yeah, when we get the toilet working, we'll really be in business. But I got 2 young boys, man. They love running dirt bikes and 4-wheelers, and we're building a go-kart track out here, and we got our own little compound out here that we're in the process of building. So that's the way we like to live. So we're kind of rolling with it. It's 2023, so internet would be nice, or good working internet, but hopefully it gets out here sooner than later.
Yeah, let's hope so, because we'd like to have you on every now and then. Being we're both representing Gen X now. You need to do better on that and representing them better.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I told them, I said, last time we had our deal scheduled, I was like, man, we could try to do it on we were here for, I guess, 2 or 3 months, and we were just running off of our internet on our phone, our data. And I said, I'm pretty sure this thing's going to start, and you'll get maybe 10 or 15 seconds of me, and then it ain't coming back. So that ain't going to work.
Well, we're gonna get you on here from time to time now, and maybe you can go out and win a go-kart race. Kayla says she's gonna beat you anyway, so it didn't make no difference.
So she gonna stop you.
Ow.
Oh, it's still stuffing you in the wall and everything. I don't understand what kind of problem y'all got.
Who, me and Kayla?
Yeah.
She says she ain't had no balls, so then she ain't had nothing to worry about.
That's right. I mean, she is a multi-time modified winner now. So she's got her own hype going on. So I told her, I said, come on and visit us in the late model series, and we'll see what you got.
All right, now I saw where you're getting your car ready and everything, and you were asking about different schemes and everything on your car. No car looked as good as the car did when you had my stickers on there. So I just want to let you know that.
Hey, so I'll email you my address. You go ahead and ship them new stickers to me, and I'll make sure they're on the car.
Okay, well they're good for each one's good for a 10th, so you be in good shape with them.
Hey, well, I put them on last year, and I went a 10th slower. What the hell happened?
Now you know my problem.
Scott may, I don't know what happened to you, but in Scott's case, we put them on there. There ain't enough stickers in the world to make him go faster. So I don't mean.
If you'd have took them stickers off, maybe that boy wouldn't have wrecked you.
Hey, you're probably right. You're probably right that he got out of the damn way and realized that we were coming through.
All right, I'm gonna end it on that. We're gonna let you go, man. But we good talking to you. We're gonna get you on here on a regular basis here pretty soon.
Well, sounds good, Jack and Scott. Appreciate y'all having me on, and enjoy the show.
Well,
Hi, buddy.
all right, man. We're gonna talk to you again soon, and be prepared. You're gonna be called on a lot.
Yeah, don't let Wayne give you no shit either, all right?
I'll try not to.
Hey, Wayne says he's down there with Willie now. He's gonna be helping Willie this weekend.
Yeah, so Wayne got in there on the Mullins crew. He's going to be down there helping on the 3 or the 03. I'm not sure which one yet, but he's definitely going to be down there. I'm jealous as shit, or crap. I'm sorry. And so he's going to be down there in Florida, doing his thing. I hope them guys have a good time, and I definitely look for the Mullins cars to run good. They've got really good stuff this year. I really think they got a good shot as anybody right now to win this thing.
All right, dude. We'll talk to you again real soon, and I'll get you back on here, and we'll hype up Gen X some more.
Gen X.
Hey, cool, man. Sounds good. Appreciate you having me on.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later. Okay.
See you, David.
All right, guys.
Did you have to race against David?
I did, yeah.
Did he wreck you too?
I think
I was going to ask.
I think it was one race. I might have been under him, and he came down a little bit. And I don't know. It was a race.
You didn't try to pass 10 cars in the first race?
Hey, well, he said it looked good until he got to the end of it.
Man, I didn't know.
It was only good intentions, wasn't it?
It was all, yes, definitely good intentions. All
think you
good
can
things start with good intentions.
I think you can work on dirt, but I don't know about.
No, asphalt. No, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, it runs out.
But you know,
Or you gonna be dirt racing?
I have seen 10 cars pass a car on asphalt.
Was that when they went asphalt and
No,
Southampton?
that was when Scott was on the outside pole here at Langley, and everybody went around it. I did see
That's
that.
because I
happen.
let him go.
Yeah, you let him go. All right.
He was trying to give him a fair advantage,
Right.
man. He was trying to, give him a head start.
Hey, yeah, that's what is this thing about Kingsport is going to these new Cobra racing tires? What is that deal?
I've never even heard of
I've
it.
never
I've
heard of
never
that.
heard of a Cobra race. First I've even heard of the tire. What?
And I understand they're not doing late models out there this year.
Yeah,
They're going to be
they
doing
must have been
limited.
struggling.
So
Well, I think they're kind of combining the class, making it limited. Yeah.
so that's going to be kind of weird. I think some of those guys I sent Chris Van Dyke a message. Hopefully I get him on here and we can talk to him. I don't know what his plans are. Because I don't think he'll be going back there if they're not going to run a regular late model season.
Well, it kind of stales the show too when you have somebody like Chris that's been running there and he's dominating. I mean, completely dominating the class. I mean, Jack went over and talked to him. He said, "I'm only running about half throttle." The guys are they're just so much. He's sandbagging. Trying to make it look.
Trying to make it not look right.
Yeah, he'd start out in the middle of the field or something, just ride there for a little while, and 2 or 3 laps, he's done stretched them. I mean, he's gone. I mean, it's just kind of weird. I mean, how he could do that just about every
must have
week.
a great setup and just great.
Well, I mean,
field.
you've been racing there for all these years. Like he has been, and his crew and all those guys have been racing there for all those years. They probably know what's going on. But Bradley Housewright says he's going to equal the odds if he ever gets around him.
I'm gonna put him in the fence. I'm gonna rough him up.
I did have a question, real quick. So I assume that you had to go to Charlotte and get fitted in the truck. Like you get fitted and in the seat, and they do all the foam and all that. Cool, man. That is so awesome, man. Wow, that is awesome.
They had a seat. One of their other drivers ran. And, it fit me pretty well, so they added some more foam.
I mean, they really get in there and get you set right and get you.
Yeah, interior specialist guys.
Interior specialist, right? I have heard
stuff.
that you got to work with interior.
That's pretty cool.
Just get in where you fit in the best you can. Here, let's do it. Man, that's awesome, man. That's so cool, dude. Does it make a difference to get in there really just that little bit, just to get you cinched and just make you comfortable, make you feel?
Because I did a super late model race at Bristol the first year they did it there in 2017, and it was a seat that I haven't sat in before, and I was like sitting like this. It was
Yeah,
not very
Bristol.
comfortable.
Not
That
comfortable.
Bristol's a crazy place.
And yeah,
Did you
going
have-
around corners like that?
Did you hold your breath?
Yeah.
Bristol's
It's like you
one
got to
of
remind
those.
yourself to breathe.
Bristol's one of those you fall out of the seat real quick. Then Bristol.
Yeah.
But yeah, being
I
in that
couldn't
seat
imagine.
and having it not fit for you, it's big difference for having a seat that's fit for you to race comfortably in and stuff.
So you've done some of the this is asphalt late model, like what we call a straight rail car, with like a left hander or something like that. You've ran some of those too.
Yeah. Supers are.
And they have a rack, I think, or something.
Oh,
I wonder
yeah,
how
I think
that
I
feel
think
versus
a
a
super-
steering box. Is it? Can you tell it? I bet they just cut.
Yeah,
Just does it really?
You hit the gas
It
and
just-
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got a ton
Man,
of horsepower too.
We can dream. One can
Like-
dream. One can dream. If there's any sponsors that want to ride,
Being that super late model race at Bristol,
that's awesome.
I saw an onboard of a Wallace when he did it. He would go into the corner, like let off the gas and then get right back on
Just
it.
burp it.
Yeah, and it's the amount of G forces you feel.
Right, that's what I'm
gonna
saying.
be
The G-force and
crazy.
to feel all that, and
Yeah, you don't realize like how deep you can drive it
Yeah.
into Bristol.
Those small bank tracks like that.
When I was helping on a late model team, we were renting a shop from
that's
Bob Jr. Ingram's Auto Mall, and he said the first time he went to Bristol, he came in. And he's like the Bill. What's the motor guy used to be in Suffolk? Bill Glenn.
Bill Glenn,
that's right.
yeah.
Yep.
Bill come over to the window and says, "You're 2 seconds off the pace." He said, "You mean 2/10?" He said, "No, 2 seconds."
Oh,
He said
ouch.
he had to keep driving. He just didn't realize like how deep that you could drive it into the corner, and he just started following Mark Martin. And it was just like you had to tell yourself to breathe because you get to just hold your breath.
It's crazy.
And they, they ran the Bush Series for a year.
You remember Boss Hog Dobie?
Very well, yes.
Remember
yes,
him when he-
yes.
He came to Southampton, was helping Big Story and everything, and I was racing out there, and he was helping me a little bit, along the way. And then I'll go into the turn. He said, "Boy, you ain't even close. You're not even close. You need to do something."
That sounds
So
like
I'd go, I'd drive in there a little bit deeper. You're getting better, but that still ain't gonna get it. You might as well a little deeper, a little deeper. I want you to go a little deeper every time. So I went deeper, a little bit deeper every time. This was in a practice session. I went
Was he
deeper.
telling you over the headset?
Well, like I come in, he'd tell me what I need to do, go back out and do it again. I didn't have radio.
I was gonna say, had none of that fancy nice stuff. Man, I don't know nothing about that. It's like,
That's blacktop stuff.
yeah, that's that. Yeah, that black top.
Well, we eventually got radios. but no,
Radio's
Did you have to
interior
hold-
specimen.
did you have to hold it up to your
It's a
helmet?
different world. It's a different world, man.
That's what if he did. He had to hold it up against the helmet.
But anyway, he kept saying, "Go a little bit deeper. You got to go a little bit deeper." So I went in there one time and I spun it out. He said, "Now you don't go that deep.
I mean, you had to find a limit. You had to find a limit. So
Don't go that deep." I said, "Okay, cool. I
Back
got
off
It's like
just a little bit.
where we were here and there, somewhere in between. That sounds like ball hog.
So then who helps you, like when you go to these big tracks that you haven't been before? Do you have a certain spotter? Do you know who your spotter is going to be? And who no?
No, it's whoever the team brings. The first race I did, I had Chad McCumbee, or
Oh, wow.
no, I'm sorry, Chad Fincham.
Fincham.
Yeah.
That's right. He's XFINITY driver, and he was pretty helpful and stuff, and get me through that. And yeah, it was a lot of fun for sure.
But I mean, is the team or is anybody kind of helping you? Hey, you need to do this a little bit. You need to arc it a little bit more, drive it in a little bit lower. I mean,
Yeah, we look at the times and stuff, and I usually learn the line from iRacing since we get very limited practice and do a bunch of sim time on that.
Does it equate? Is it pretty accurate, or is it like no?
Not really. Getting in the rhythm and hitting your marks on iRacing, I think kind of is, but the feel and stuff, it's nowhere close to
yeah,
real
that feel on your ass. There,
I'm telling you.
they're going 170 in the
I'm
corner.
telling you, yes. Oh wow.
Now, did any of the teams? I know some of them have. I don't know what where it gives you the line on a computer and you can see what such and such ran and where they're
Darkfish thing.
Yes,
That's more the high end guys, the cup teams, I think.
Yeah, you
Xfinity.
gotta have some
good money.
Yeah, the money, that's a money thing there. That dark fish.
Helpful, I think.
Anyway,
Oh, for sure.
anyway. Are you reading?
I'm reading, yeah, I was reading the comments. I was trying to stay abreast of what's going on. Seeing what, I feel like there's a lot of hilarious stuff that trickles down that you can miss.
No, not a whole lot tonight. Not, you know.
Shout out to Matt Pont.
Who is Matt Pond?
He's one of my iRacing buddies.
Oh, okay.
He's come to Dominion and watched me race a couple times too. He just had a kid.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. All right. Well, that's our show for tonight. I want to thank Nick Lights for being here with us. Want to thank Davey Callahan for coming on the show tonight. That was fun to have Davey on here. And it was almost fun having Roger here, but, you know.
I thank you for allowing me to be here. It's a pleasure on my part.
Sometimes I wonder if it's, you know, worth it after some of the things you said tonight. I just want you to remember that. So when I call you again, I'm going to reiterate.
I'll reiterate. I'll make sure I'm on my best behavior.
Okay.
Next time.
All right. Our show next week, going to have Eddie Pardue is going to be with us next week.
Now, he was holding out on us. He said he was just doing the team war room during the races, and then a couple days later we see he's going to be the crew chief for
Chandler Smith in the cup car.
Cup car.
So, and then we're going to have Cale Gale.
Okay, yeah, he got a new ride.
He's going to be driving for Nelson Motorsports out of Martinsville.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be their driver. We're going to have him next week, and we're also going to have Jamie Jones.
Well, let's see. Cale Gale's not a local guy, but Jamie Jones came from here. So did
Eddie Pardue.
Eddie Pardue was Chip Hudson's crew chief back in the early 90s.
Oh, wow. Oh,
And
really?
Jamie was a crew chief on Elton Sawyer way back in the day, and then was came back, went to Charlotte with Elton, and then came back and was here, worked and was crew chief for Mitch Sarvis. And then went back down to Charlotte and went to work and was working for Jason Keller that had his own team there for a while right after he won the championship, I think it was. And he worked for them, and then he's building chassis. I'm not sure exactly what James, but I mean, now he's at Rev Racing.
He's basically the director of competition at Rev
So
Racing.
he took over what you call it, spot, right?
Well, it was Jefferson Hodges
Right.
was the initial, but it was somebody in between. them.
Yes, yeah.
And Jefferson,
Another local guy
yeah,
from
So-
Lincoln Speedway.
so he's down there, and he's gonna be with us next week. So that's gonna be a lot of fun to catch up with those two guys. And
I mean, you got to think there's a lot of people that's come from here.
Come through.
I mean, you figure.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Elton. He's one of the VPs at NASCAR now. I mean, you got Jefferson Hodges as a real big wig at Penske Racing.
competition director at Penske Racing. I mean, he's
Right.
the top dog there right now,
Came from
right here in
right
Langley.
here, cut their teeth
Yeah.
at Langley, so to speak.
Yeah. So
Wow.
his uncle, his dad, he helped him and his dad helped run Langley when. Damn, what the hell is Victor Lane named after?
Dale Lemons.
Dale Lemons is his uncle.
Okay.
And helped run the place, but you know he's got a lot of history in the sport, but came from here.
Oh, there's a lot of guys that came through Langley Speedway that's gone on to, you know, bigger and better things down
I
at
say this area, I feel like has produced a lot of.
Sports in general.
Yeah.
For
Oh.
sure.
So I mean, it's pretty cool that you got those guys that come from here and go down there. Like, you know, pretty soon we're going to be talking about
Right.
Nick.
I feel like I can get your autograph now. You got to start you need to start getting used to carrying it. Man, if you ain't got it, nobody want to start practicing now.
Right? You'd be
Act like you got
racing-
it. Act like you gonna be signing them.
You'd be racing with our buddy Rajay Carew. Rajay's another
Caruth, yeah.
a Virginia guy from Washington D.C. and is another.
He was at Richmond. I did.
He's yeah, that's one cool kid. I mean, I gotta say he is. And Scott and I have known him for a long time, and you know, it's really cool that he's gotten to where he is. But I was watching TV the other night, and you look at Leland Honeyman, Leland Honeyman Jr., and then you got Garrett Zacharias, you know,
starting to do well.
and then you got all these guys that, you know, were kids, little snot-nosed kids that we saw in Charlotte when we first met them.
Oh,
And, you know, Leland Honeyman had a little smart ass mouth, is what his problem was.
He did.
You seem to attract all the ones that
I
are
hate
little,
that, yeah.
the little kids that have. I mean,
Well,
from the
this
stuff
kid-
I've heard over the
We
podcast.
in Charlotte, and we went to the Harley Davidson place to do a show there at the Harley Davidson place.
Yeah, there's some
And-
big event going
Yeah,
on.
they had a bunch of drivers and everybody there, and so they were bringing these folks over to us to do interviews with, and they bring this little kid, Leland Honeyman, and he comes over there and he
He could
sits
have been
down.
8 years old.
He sits down and he's telling us about all the trophies he's won, go karts and all this other stuff, all the brand wins
But
he's got.
they moved here from Arizona so he could be closer
So
to
he
the
can
race.
be close to the hub to
Mhm.
race.
And then he makes some crude comment about something, and then he looks at me and he goes,
He didn't get it.
I didn't get it
He
at
said,
first.
He said, "You'll get it in a minute. Don't worry." and then like 30 seconds later, he's like, "You little shit." I forgot what he said.
You attract all of the kids that like to give you a rough time.
I do. I track. I mean, look, I hang out with Scott.
I mean, right?
and I let
Touche.
and I let you come on the show. So that's
I
another
did,
thing.
you did let me. I appreciate you allowing me and letting me come on the show.
Anyway, all right, that's our show for tonight. So we'll see you again next week. Please share and like our show, even though Roger was on it. And
Thanks, everybody.
we'll see you again next week.
Dixieland 2023. Check it out.